What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with some new Shaman. This time is looking at a new song, and I'm not sure what it translates to. Generally, I have like a translate button up here or something. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but I'm always on the lookout for some new Shaman. Preferably, I would like for it to have some CC or something like that for me to understand what's going on or appreciate the full gravity of what he's talking about. I was able to do this, Russian auto-generated to English, and I'm not sure its accuracy, but hopefully it's enough for me to be able to understand what he's saying. I'm always up for some new Shaman. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Cinematography is beautiful.
Вокруг туман, а я один лежу, рыдая, закрыв глаза, я бросил мир наверх, взлетая. И все, что есть во мне, беззвучный крик ночной, который точно знает, что я останусь здесь, лежать в земле сырой, и надо мной летают вороны мои.
Okay, so, all right. Okay, so obviously the way that he has this positioned and make it seem like it's medieval war and everything, but with everything that's going on in the world right now, I imagine he's pretty much talking about, obviously the events going on in Russia with Ukraine and everything. Right, but he's saying it in a more cinematic, more storytelling way. We still got a little bit more to go. I'm pretty sure there's information and stuff that I'm missing out on the CC, but I really, really want to try to understand. At first, I thought he cut his hair, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! I actually like the dreads. Don't cut your hair, my guy. I really like that." But it's reminded me of the reason why I like Shaman, like his ability to push forward so much emotion in his voice. Sometimes you will hear these singers and they will belt and they will wail and they will do all these notes and everything sounding really, really impressive. But there's a lack of emotion in it, right? There's a lack of conviction, if you will. And it could be a bit difficult, right? To kind of control your emotions, but at the same time, belt it out, right? Because you still want to try to be somewhat musically, but you could find that middle ground right there between something that almost sounds like a cry and something that's just musically beautiful. And I find that it's one of those things where you don't really want to try to do it. You know what I mean? You want to sing from the heart. You sing from the heart, then it's something it's just going to come out naturally. So, okay, let's go back.
Вокруг туман, а я один лежу, рыдая, закрыв глаза, я бросил мир наверх, взлетая. И все, что есть со мной, мои грехи и дождь, который все смывает. А мне опять поют холодные ветра, и надо мной летают вороны мои.
man, this looks like some type of fantasy game, like Devil May Cry or something like that. Huh. Okay. Okay. So let's try to take a little bit of a gander on what I think is going on. Well, first off, let me see if I can find a translation to this because I think the title of the song would definitely kind of help me. Um, and this is the thing. Generally, whenever I try to Google something, I never get like an actual like what it's about, right? Unless I click on a link and then here it goes, always translate my crows. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. I got a translation right here. So let's try to take a look at it. If those of you who are still around. And all of the silent cry of the night, which knows for sure that I'll stay here, lying in the damp ground, and my crows are flying over me, and everything that is with me, my sins and the rain that washes away. Hmm. So the way that I look at this, he titled it "My Crows," but there's also lacrosse there, right? So we're talking about some religion and possibly Christianity, but I don't want to make a loop. But my crows, the way that the lyrics are kind of structured, it makes it almost sounds like when he's saying my crows, he's talking about my sins, right? Because all that is in me, right? These sins, solid cry tonight. He said, which knows for sure that I'll stay here. Oh, is that all the lyrics right there? Oh wow, because it was a short video. Yeah, I'm thinking of my sins, right? Because the guy, right, the warrior, right? He looked like he was about to die. And generally, the whole saying that people say, say your prayers or everything, or say your last thoughts, say your prayers right before you're about to die. For the most part, if somebody's about to die and they're granted the mercy of being able to confess their sins, to the Lord or to whatever God that you're praising or whatnot. That's what you would do. You would confess, right? You would try to release these crows or not or something. And with Shaman there at the end, getting angels and everything with the sword, it was almost like he was kind of representing like a light bringer of sorts, like putting himself in the shoes of somebody that would go and kind of judge the wicked, like an angel, right? He had the sword and everything. Hmm. Lying in the damp ground and my crows. I was seeing them sit there in that ground with their heads kind of popped up. And the first thing that came to me was I started thinking about I don't know if they do this in like military training or something like that. But they did it in this movie that was called Major Pain. And basically he had everybody underneath the mud, but he was doing that to forge discipline, right? Or maybe it's another thing because all of their heads were shaved. Maybe it was just a way of kind of bearing your openness, like being more vulnerable to the emptiness that you're staring right back into. Like there's nothing you can do. I don't know. The videography on this, just based off that, it's been absolutely beautiful. And my 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 yearn to know more about this song is just killing me right now. But yeah, my crows are flying over me, and with everything that is in me, my sins in the rain that washes everything away in a cold world sends me again. I mean, it could just be simply talking about asking for forgiveness, right? Asking for the mercy to kind of just wash away all these bad deeds and everything that you suffered, that you went through. Now it's time to return to the ground, to the damp ground from whence you came, and move forward in peace. I'm not too sure, but those of you who do know what's going on in here, obviously those of you who can understand the language, go ahead and let me know that down in the comments. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.